and today on She Cooks, we're going to be preparing some curry goat. Now, curry goat is a dish that is enjoyed all throughout the Caribbean, and today I'm going to be showing you how to prepare my version. So let's go. Right here, we have all of the ingredients that will be going into our curry goat. Let's start off with this. Right here, we have some paprika. This is what I season my curry goat with. Paprika, turmeric. You have some allspice or pimento seeds, whatever you want to call it. We have some fresh thyme. I'm out of scallions, so we're going to omit that today. We have some sliced onion. We also have some julienne bell peppers. I also season the curry goat with, this is my hot pepper mixture that I made. Some ginger garlic paste that I also made. You can use this to marinate any kind of meat, chicken, shrimp, pork, beef, whatever you like. We season the curry goat with some onion powder, all-purpose seasoning. This is some Indian garam masala. We have some black pepper. The starter show, the curry powder. Can't have that. You can't not have that. You have some salt and some olive oil. And then we have my potatoes that are already pre-cut, and they've been soaking in water overnight so they won't be turned brown. And then we have our curry goat that has been marinating since yesterday, so we know the flavor is gonna be real good. So let's start cooking. Okay guys, so right here we have our cast iron pot, and we're going to get the olive oil and put about 2 teaspoons of olive oil in the pot and let that heat up. And I forgot to mention when I was showing you guys the seasonings that I season the curry goat with, the quantities, but everything will be in the description box. So we're gonna let that get hot a little bit, and then we're going to add our curry goat. Now, curry goat is something, goat takes a long time to cook, at least about 2.5 hours. It's because it's tough, it's the working part of the animal, so it has to break down to get soft. But once that cooks, it's so good and delicious. So yeah, it's almost hot, and then we're gonna add our curry goat in the pot. All right guys, so our pan is hot enough, so we're gonna go ahead and add our curry goat. And you wanna hear that sizzle, that's what you wanna hear. And we're just gonna now mix up our curry goat. Look at the color on the meat, it's nice. That's our seasonings that got on in there. It's marinating overnight. So we're just gonna like stir this up for like a few minutes. And then we're gonna cover it, because what we want this to do is we want the goat to spring its own water. We want it to produce its own water and release its juices. So we're gonna cover this up soon. Let's give it a few more stirs. Then we're gonna cover this. We're gonna cover it and leave it for about 5 minutes. Let it start to spring its own water. Okay, so let's check on our goat. It's been about 5 minutes, and look at that. Look all the water that sprang from the goat meat. You don't have to add any water just yet, because look all the water that came from the meat. So we're gonna cover this again and let the water cook down. Cook down a little bit more, and then we're gonna add some more water. And that same bowl that you had the curry goat seasoning in, you just add about a cup of water to that, and we're gonna soak up all those juices, soak up all those seasonings, and we're gonna pour it right in here, and then we're gonna cover it and let it cook some more. Go for another about 10 to 15 minutes. What we're trying to do is we're trying to cook this meat until the meat is tender and fork tender. So you have to let it cook for, like I said, about an hour and a half, 2 hours, until the meat is nice and tender. So we're going to cover this again, and then when we come back, we're going to add some more liquid. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. We're going to check up on our goat, and look at that. It's nice. Most of the water has subsided, and now we're going to take the same bowl that we had our goat marinated in, and we're going to fill it with about a cup of water. We're going to pour it in our goat meat. And then we're going to turn it down, turn our stove down to like a medium, not a heavy boil, but like a medium boil. We're gonna let this cook down nice and slow for about 30 to 45 minutes. We're gonna cover our pot. And we're gonna want that water to reduce down again. And we are back, guys. Look how much the liquid has reduced in our curry goat. It's down to almost nothing. And at this point, we're going to adjust our seasonings, taste to see if it needs any more of anything. You can add more curry if it's turned a little bit too light and you can't see the curry anymore. So we're gonna add some more curry at this point. We're gonna also add a little bit of salt, just a pinch. We're gonna add our garam masala, about a teaspoon. We're gonna also add a cup of water. This is our second batch of water that we're adding. Not too much. I didn't even add all of that. And we're gonna taste as well to make sure it's just where we want it to be. Let's taste a little bit of that liquid. It's a clean spoon. It's good, just where it needs to be. And the goat's almost done. Let's check to see how tender it is. And let's grab a little piece. And it's almost there. Almost. So we're gonna cover this and let it cook for another about 30 minutes. And then we're gonna add our seasonings, our potatoes, which is gonna thicken it up and give us that nice gravy. We're gonna add our onions and bell pepper, and then our goat should be about ready. Okay guys, so it's been about an hour. We had to let the goat get nice and tender. So now we're gonna add our seasonings, our bell peppers and our onions and our potatoes, and then our goat is gonna be ready. See how the water has cooked down almost to nothing? So we're gonna add a little bit more water just to cook our potatoes. We're gonna add our onions and our bell pepper. And then we're gonna add our potatoes. And the rest of our water. We're gonna mix that up. I'm gonna add just a little bit more water. Okay guys, I'm gonna add a little bit more water. And the reason that we add our seasonings at the end is because if you add it at the beginning, when you're cooking down the goat, it's gonna cook away. So I add it at the end, so it'll still be in the pot. We can see it when we're eating it. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water. And then we're gonna let this cook for another 20 minutes until our potatoes are tender. And our goat meat should be done. Okay guys, so it's been about 45 to about 50 minutes. And our goat is ready. See how the liquid is cooked down. It's nice and tender. Our sauce is thickened up. Let's look at check our gravy. It's nice. And that's it. You have your curry goat. You can eat this with some rice, some roti, whatever you like. And we'll see you guys next time.